million naira with less than 15 action. That is exactly what this business model called CPA paid me. Now, I know this is going to blow your mind. In fact, let me tell you this. If there is one skills you need to learn in 2025, it must be CPA. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know what it means that you are being paid for less than 15 action, 10 million naira? And let me bust your mind. This is one of the few companies that I work with. In fact, I just recently signed up with this company. You've been following me on Telegram. You'll notice when I posted a link, when I started sending traffic to this particular company. And I work with different companies. And in the last 3 months, I've made over 100 million naira from different companies at the same time with this powerful model called CPA. And guess what? You can learn my exact funnel. All you need to do is just click the link below this video. You see my free training, register, and let's go. And see, let's get to my system. Let me break down how this powerful this business model is. See, 2025, we must get the bags. And of course, it's the Udi guy. You always see me on Udi every time.
1% chance, 99% faith. I fell in love with a hustle.
Now we are right in my system, and listen, this is something that's actually going to blow your mind. I'll say this for the last time because CPA has actually changed my life and has actually changed a lot of people's life as well. And see, I'm going to introduce myself for the last time. I am the chess king. They also call me the Udi guy. The reason they call me the Udi guy is because, of course, I always try to hide the money that is actually coming. It's always on my head. All right, that's actually a joke. So let's get to the system. Let me show you how powerful this business model is. And if you really want to get to the next level in 2025, I will say this for the last time because I said this previously and I'll say it again. This is a business model that you will never want to miss not learning. See, let me tell you something. I would shock you if you understand business from, let me say if you understand from a business angle. I actually spend less than 500,000 naira actually running campaign that actually made this 10 million naira. That would blow your mind. Check how many X that is. I've done campaigns for different companies for CPA that I've done over 20X. I am not even joking. 20X. If you followed my Telegram, you're going to see all the results right there. So let's get into my screen and let's go with it very fast. Now, this is my screen and you can see exactly the amount of money that was made, which is 6.6K. Now, I'm going to explain CPA for those that don't understand this business model. What is CPA in the first place? CPA means cost per action. And for CPA, there are different industries where you can be paid for a single action. For CPA, you do not actually need to sell anything. CPA is different from the regular, or I don't want to call them scams that you see online. They call them affiliate marketing. It's extremely different because for the CPA, we are different industry. We have the health sector. You can work for the health sector. You can even work for different sectors online, the gambling sector, so many sectors online where you can be paid for just a single action. There are even actions like, let's say, signing up. Those actions you can be paid for it. But the thing is this, we have some actions where you're just paid barely $30, $20, $50. Most times to me, I just find those deals are deals that are not really worth my time. So I go for high-paying deals where I can get paid as high as $2,000 per action, which means if I have 10 actions, I'm getting paid $20,000. That is very, very possible for this CPA, the CPA industry. Now, let me blow to your mind and introduce myself properly. So I am the chess king and I run one of the biggest trading hub in Nigeria. If you do your research, you check ZAPEX out online. And one of the ways I make money is through CPA for my brand. Now, I can blow your mind that I do CPA as an hobby. In fact, because why? I know how to drive traffic the most easiest way. When I mean drive traffic, you can check online. You can actually make your research about how well and I do this with just a very simple funnel. And this simple funnel is what I'm going to actually expose you in my free training. This free training, trust me, is something, I will say this again, maybe it's going to be for the last time. You need to actually the link to be part of the training. So see, now, my company ZAPEX, actually make up to $2,000 per single action. And what we do is very simple, right? And we create a funnel. When we create a funnel, we run campaigns for different companies at the same time. For the Forex niche, we actually earn CPA. And this CPA, you don't actually need to be a trader to actually promote these brokers, because brokers for the Forex niche, for example, the crypto niche, the finance niche, the gambling niche, there is so much money to be made. The casino niche, for CPA, it is crazy. The numbers are crazy. But the problem has always been, how do you get people to actually take this specific action so you can make money? Those funnels is what I've created and designed that makes me make money very fast. When I mean very fast, now let's click to it and see exactly what I was being paid right here, so you can see how mind-blowing this is. Now let's get to the earnings report, because I actually created an account with this particular new company and I just wanted to test their system to be sure they work very well so that I can drive major traffic to this particular company. So I'm going to show you guys real fast. Let me check. Let me run the report last 30 days. So let's run the report. Now look at it. You can see, let me do all so we can have all the details. Now if you look at this, I'm being paid here for just a single action from one person, $800. You can calculate to the mass and check how much that is. You can see here another action which was $400, another one $400, which means if we continue with this kind of action for 10 people, we'll be able to get $8,000. That means if we actually get people to take this particular action, this is what I am going to get. $800 per single action. Now look at when all of these leads were qualified, and guess what? I did not actually register a lot of people. If you look at it in the last how many days, this is only the registrations I've had, just 12 people, 12 FTDs, and exactly how much I've made in terms of commission, which is mind-blowing. Now let's look at the numbers. If we're talking about 120, if we're talking about 10 people, if we're talking about 120, you can see how the figures are growing. So this is actually very, very simple. It is something that you can do from the comfort of your home. And now, see, I won't say the most difficult part. The most challenging part for most people that go into CPA is in fact, I signed up with 5 brokers, I think at the end of last year, and we're able to throw up different FTDs. When I mean FTDs, qualifying FTDs, over 20 per broker at the same time. And this is actually crazy because you can check my Telegram. I listed some of these brokers that I worked with and how much I was able to make. In fact, there is a broker which I think in the last, that was last month, we're able to rake over $20,000 off that single broker. And it is just by sending traffic to them. And let me tell you something. If you're someone who wants to build another career, this is a side hustle you can't afford to take away from yourself. I will tell you. I love doing this. I love doing CPA. Now, you can just sit down and do a calculation. Sit down and do the math. Sit down and do the math. Now, I got a deal, as a big service providers, we are always offered the best deals. And that is going to be the advantage you're going to get. Once you get to my training, I'm going to unlock the best deals for you because I have a platform which is called Affligo, which we're currently working on. Very soon, you can click the link below. You're going to see the link. If it's updated already, Affligo is going to show you the best CPA deals, the best RVS deals, not just CPA. There are other ways to make money in the industry like revenue share, which I'm going to expose you all into. So all you need to do right now is just to click the link below to get access to this training. It's going to be free. And of course, if you want to go to the masterclass, that's when you're going to pay a very little amount of money. But exposing you to how this works and how you can start taking actions immediately is going to be free. Of course, because why? After you're done, you're going to create an account and be a sub-affiliate under me, I'm still going to be making lifetime revenue from you. So it's business. So if I have 5,000 people who actually understand how to move traffic, do the math how much I'm going to be getting. If it's 10% from every amount, because it's simple. For example, if you're making $10,000 every month, means I'm going to be bagging home extra $1,000 every month. So tell me why I'm not going to teach people this and also get better negotiations with these companies. Because of course, if I have people like you, I'm going to create a better brand. And that's why I created Affligo, which is for securing the best CPA deals as a service provider. So this is a skill that you cannot afford to take away from a skill to learn this year. CPA, right? That RVS is another skill. So in my channel, you're going to learn all of these, and I have created my community to be free, my free community to be extremely free, so you can interact with other people. Let's share minds together. This year must be aggressive. You should be aggressive. If you're not making money in dollars, you have a problem. You should understand how bad the inflation rate has been and how crazy it is if you're not earning in hard currency. You need to actually tap into this. So it's not difficult. If you're that kind of person who says, oh, am I going to spend so much money running campaigns, running ads? Take this as a business. Start from the least. You need to start from the least. I had someone who started making around $2,000, $3,000, and he really did not even have so much to start with. And he's making $2,000, $3,000 and start scaling. I believe in scaling. You can start from small and start growing over time. That is how to make money in this industry. Till you get to the part where you start making 50,000, 100,000. You know one thing about me? I love working with different companies at the same time. I explore different companies, send traffic to different companies, and get paid from different places at the same time. And I'm going to be uploading more videos about this model and other opportunities in the industry that you can learn from. Trust me, this is something that after you've learned, you can replicate immediately. When I mean immediately, my funnel is very simple. You can replicate and start using it to run campaigns. See you in the next video. And of course, for the free training, it is closing right now. So click the link below to get registered so you get part of the free training. It's your guy, the Chess King.
Chance, 99% faith. I fell in love with a hustle. I fell in love with a chase.